Okay, there we go. It's now recording. So good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. I know that others will join maybe 1 or 2 minutes after, and that's fine. They can get caught up. So thank you all for joining this afternoon. I know it's a beautiful day out there, so I really appreciate your joining us. This afternoon, I am thrilled to have with us Dr. Ravi Kancharla. He's here from Moncton. He's a homeopathic doctor in many other fields as well too. I'll let him give himself a brief introduction there, but I'm very thrilled because I've also had the honor and pleasure of having Dr. Ravi help myself and my family members with their own health and well-being. So I speak to you today from experience and actually experiencing the health that Dr. Ravi has given myself and others over the past years. So I'm thrilled to have him here today to talk to us about the immune system, the physical body, and how homeopathic medicine connects the two. And with that, Dr. Ravi, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well this nice, beautiful day. So I'm going to give you a brief information about myself and my experience, and I'm going to just share what I know. I'm not any kind of expert of anything, but what happens is 22 years or plus 22 years years of practice and working with amazing doctors and medical doctors and attending seminars and learning from the experts has given me some and good knowledge and wisdom to share with you. And I'm going to talk about mainly about the immune system, how immune system is very important. Now with the COVID, we all know immune system, how important to deal and help fight with the problems and health issues. And so how we can take care of the immune system. So basically, I'm going to talk about immune system and what it is made of and what is it consist of, and I'm going to explain what situations can drain or reduce your immune system efficacy function. And third is going to be what we can do to help our immune system as a person. And we means like you guys can do yourself to help your immune system. And then finally, I'm going to explain how I can help you guys to improve your immune system and deal with your immune system elements and issues. Okay, so as I said, like my experience is coming from working with the medical doctors. I worked under the general surgeon 3 years, and I worked with amazing cardiologists for 1 year, and with the homeopathic medicine and the natural medicines, and I've been practicing almost 22 years in Canada and 4 or 5 years in India. And I did the seminars, more than 100 seminars and study groups and everything. So, which has gave me some insight and knowledge and information about the immune system, and I'm going to explain. And the immune system is very important to our system. And as of now, our scientists are still doing research, and because they don't still understand complete how and why immune system functions and how it functions, what it functions. So the research is still going on. We are learning even more and more every year we go by. And so I'm not going to go into scientific words like IgGs, IGFs, and all these T cells and B cells and everything. So just to give you common idea to understand generalized information about immune system. So then you can get a grasp what is immune system and how you can deal with that, okay? So immune system is not a system, separate system in our body. It consists of like a few organs in our body. They take function of the immune system. One of very important in that is the lymph nodes, and the lymph system is very important, and that's the first and foremost. And this lymph system is it's a network system we have from head to toe, which supplies and spreads everywhere in our body to protect our system and identify antigens and foreign bodies and damaged tissues and all other stuff. And also white blood cells are very important to respond to immune system message, the lymph node message, white blood cells plays a big role on that. And that bone marrow also one of the important part for in our immune system. And spleen also very important in our immune system. And white blood lymph nodes, and the thymus is the bone what we have in our sternum, chest bone, and which is also very important, which helps to mature our white blood cells, our blood cells, which manufactures in a bone marrow. So so this is the consistence of the our immune system. People, like, we don't have a separate organ like liver, kidney, and to do one job. Like, we don't have one organ to do only immune system job. So these are all pitches in and work together and synchronize and organize, so our immune system can function in an optimum way. And what's the main function of the immune system? The main function of the immune system is basically identifying foreign cells and foreign tissue in our body, and also killing them. So it can do three levels of response. One level is it directly goes and kills that bacteria, virus, and antigens or whatever in our body, and so which is an abnormal growths and such kind of those, like your immune system responds to it and identifies and kills directly and clears that. And the second set, what happens is the scavenging, whatever it's killed and they eliminated, it has to be eliminated properly and then through a process. So this is also the immune system does that to that by addressing that abnormal tissues and cells and organisms. Your immune system responds to second function of that. And the third, what it does is it creates antibodies. Antibodies means like any poisonous or any bacteria, virus, and anything which doesn't belong to in our system naturally, they when they invade or they come into our system, we need to neutralize. So otherwise, to avoid the damage or destruction in our system. So what happens is this third function, your body naturally responds to it and identify what it is and creates the antibodies. So here a scientific word is antigen. Antigen can be anything, bacteria, virus, fungus, and chemicals and toxins and anything. And so your body identifies and creates antibodies. So what happens is it doesn't invade and it doesn't, and these antibodies goes and infiltrates into our each cell in our body. So what happens is, like, when they come into and they infiltrate into your cells doesn't react and they just eliminate that. Okay, and so these antibodies can be prepared. And also what happens is, the beauty of immune system and this function is it leaves a essence, a message into your system. So what happens is, when you're exposed to next time same antigens and same poison or same toxin, these antibodies readily available and multiplies and increases within a short period, so to contain and control that, so you to prevent the damage optimum way. So this is one of the beautiful defense mechanism what we have naturally in our system, which is starts from our child, like when we immediately after birth and before immediately after birth, it kicks in and it starts and continues that. So this immune system, also the other part of the immune system means, like, which prevents any invaders, any damagers, and which can also, we can consider them also immune system, part of immune system, that is the skin. Because what happens is skin prevents many bacteria, virus, and eliminates eliminates direct contact. So imagine if you have a big cut and wound, or if you don't have a skin, it's so easier bacteria goes into your system directly and invade it, right? So skin plays a big barrier. And the second is the mucus in your throat and lungs and the sinuses and the ears. And all this mucus also very important, because why? They create uncomfortable like situation to the bacteria, virus, or any toxins in your system. So what happens is cannot infiltrate. So basically it suffocates, and so it eliminates through your digestive system after not giving a chance to invade. So this is also, we can call first liners, we can call them. And also the another important barrier is the pH balance in our stomach, because we eat so many things, and there are so many bacteria, viruses going on. And so what happens is the correct pH balance in acid in our stomach, what happens is completely eliminates, almost 99% it eliminates those bacteria, virus, so they don't have a chance to infiltrate our system. So it's almost like this is the way our immune system helps us to defend from all other toxins and organisms. So that's why the immune system is very important. And many people didn't and not they don't pay attention to their immune system. And again, they have this misconception: immune system is a part, a system, and if you take this booster, one supplement will do everything all. No, it's a series of functional method, and it is a functional system. We do need to tend to it very carefully, and we need to support it and supply what it needs and take care of it very well, and then it will serve us the better. And that's why we say that if you have a good immune system, strong immune system, you can deal with a common cold to cancer very well and optimum and efficiently. So that's why immune system is very, very important to our to have a good complete health. And if you have any issues, your diseases, conditions, your immune system can prevent complications. And so it doesn't, if you have a good immune system, it doesn't allow those problems to turn into major complications in the future. So that's why immune system is very important. And also this COVID, going through this season of COVID right now, and we all surprised and shocked, and now all experts are talking about immune system. We have to take care of our immune system, build your immune system, support your immune system. So I think this is going to be this talk is going to be helpful for you guys to make some changes in your life, so to help your immune system drastically and also efficiently. Okay, so second, what I would like you to discuss is the immune system. How our immune system can be weakened or doesn't function in optimum level, and what interferes with our immune system function. So I'm going to give you brief information, and what is the response of the immune system. So what happens is, when your body is dealt with a acute condition or a infection, so then what happens is the intense symptoms clears, but after that, what happens is your body still dealing with the damage what it caused. And that is the main damaging factor for immune system. Yes, when you're invaded by virus or bacteria, your immune system intensifies and functions and deals with that, and then in turn, that leaves a weakness or damage. Right? If we don't support and clear and completely recover from that damage, you do tend to deal with a small amount of symptoms for the longest time. I'm going to give an example of bronchitis, and people, they have a bronchitis and then they have fever and cough and infection and all the symptoms. And after bronchitis gone and the fever is gone, cough is gone and everything, but most people tend to complain. Our body pain, body aches and shortness of breath and uneasiness and restlessness, like almost more than 3 to 4 months. In some cases, I have seen like 6 to 8 months. And after the simple bronchitis, it is. So what happens is, in that situation and that particular case, their immune system still working very hard, right? So what we need to do is, if we can help you to recover from that completely, then what you're doing is you're taking burden off of your immune system. So that's the very important. So that's, I think, a missing link many people don't tend to focus on them, because for them is, once they are get rid of the intense symptoms, they feel they are good, and they don't need to deal with that they don't need to deal with this anymore. But in our natural treatments and complete system of treatments, what we do is we tend to help patients to work and efficiently in those and recover from that. So then we are supporting their immune system. So what we see is that is one of the major the drawback or weakness is interfering with our immune system functioning efficiently. And also people who are dealing with chronic health issues like a blood pressure, blood sugars, thyroid problems, endocrine system, like a hormone imbalance, male and female hormone imbalances, gland adrenal function, and a chronic inflammation and inflammation conditions like for example, like a bowel inflammations like a Crohn's and colitis, and dealing with the any what you call the gallbladder issues and the digestive issues, chronic digestive issues, and chronic allergies, and dealing with the chronic allergies, as much as like you have eczema, psoriasis. All these things, what they do is they demand more from your immune system, and also ironically they need your good immune support also, right? So if your immune system is not strong, then it doesn't deal with these elements properly, these diseases properly, these conditions properly. So that's what we need to helping these conditions will help to eliminate demand on our immune system. So that's one of the second set, what drains or drains our immune system. And third is the lack of sleep and the proper sleep patterns, and the smoking, alcohol, and the stress. And stress is one of the major immune system drainer. What happens is, when you're under stress, you release a hormone called stress hormone, which is a corticosteroid. Corticosteroid is the ones we call as a stress hormone. What it does is it suppresses lymph cells, and because lymph cells are a major part and more like a very important part of our immune system function. Imagine if your lymph cells are weak, then your immune system is not responding properly, right? So that is why it's very important. And the stress, and under stress category, we can say like anxiety, depression, long-term sleeplessness, and any traumas you went through. This is all also accumulates and it drains your immune system. So that's why it's a very important for us to deal with all these elements completely from top to bottom and from A to Z, and to completely help your system to recovering from any small, even simple elements to major elements. We have to do that. And also what drains our immune system is the nutrition. Nutrition is very important, because what happens is nutrition is it helps us in two ways. It helps us to ease and deal with the problem much better and efficient. So that indirectly helps to reduce the stress on our immune system. And also you do need good nutrients, good vitamins and nutrients, micronutrients, phytochemicals, phytonutrients, and to produce good immune system. Because what happens is our blood cells, they produced and manufactured in our bone marrow, and then every 120 days, and we lose one batch, and we replace with a new batch. So to prepare and manufacture this good viable blood cells, so what we need is we need good oxygen, good circulation, and good nutrients. And so if you have lack of those nutrients, and what happens is it interferes with the natural production of the immune system. So that's why what happens is like nutrition is very, very important. So, and for example, almost nutrition is like a fuel for our immune system. So if you have good nutrition, your body produces good immune system, and then if you have good immune system, your body can fight and deal with any diseases or conditions what you may dealing with. So that's why nutrition is very important to support your immune system. So I'm going to explain more what nutrients and why those are important and what you can do about those. Okay, so now we just clarified what is immune system in our body and what is draining our immune system in our body. So yeah, now I think this gives you fairly clear idea what immune system means, because I don't want to go and medical details and confused. You just wanted to go to give an idea. So once you understand, because knowledge is power, right? So once you understand, then you know what to do. Now you know what are the damaging factors and for the immune system. So how we can help our immune system? How we can help our immune system is one of the major function of the immune system is to help our body, so the maximum way, so it will produce the maximum and viable and optimum immune system blood cells. Basically blood cells will produce white blood cells, and it helps to, like, we have other categories, and which is helps with that, and also supporting your spleen and supporting your digestive system. And that's how we can support our immune system efficiently. But what I would like you to hear is, like, if you are already dealt with some if you're dealing with the common allergies and continuously year after year, and like a month after month, and only dealing with the symptoms but not really going to the root of the problem. And also if your diet is not good, and if it's a poor diet, and so you need to rectify that, and because that's one of the very important source how you can to help your immune system. And I'm going to give you 3 pointers, which is the what we can call as the what we can call is the support of your immune system. 3 main things, very main, because main pointers for your immune system, and this is I call as a magic bullets for our immune system. And many people tend to look for a supplement, a program, and that doesn't work, because what happens is every 120 days it's changing, constantly changing. So that's why we need to constantly help our system. So, well, 3 magic bullets, what I can tell you is the sleep is very important, because when you sleep, that's when your body eliminates most of the cortisols and corticosteroids, which are the stress hormones, and which will take away your lymph system, right? So lymph cells. And second important is a healthy balanced diet. Healthy balanced diet is very important. Healthy balanced diet will help you to give all those micronutrients and micro phytochemicals and phytonutrients to your bone marrow, supply to your bone marrow, and also good circulation and oxygen levels and antioxidant, so your bone marrow can produce good blood cell. And that is one of the very important. And the third is the exercise is very important too. So exercise is to stimulate and motivate your body to function in a high optimum level, and so eliminate unwanted chemicals and minerals from your system, which is otherwise would take a long time to eliminate. So it's almost like a detoxing your body in otherwise, or cleaning your system otherwise. And also it increases your heart rate, and eating heart level, function level, and also your lung capacity. So you have optimum oxygen levels and optimum blood circulation. And And the third important point, what you can do is like when I work with the immune system related cases, what I do is I do suggest the fasting, like a selected fasting types, and which is very important to our body to boost our immune system or reset and help our immune system. And then I select those fasting modules based on the symptoms you're dealing with and what you're going through, and based on that. And the third is important is the diet programs to reset and reset your system and recover from the past elements of your situations. And because what you're doing on so long is not helping, not doing right. So we need to change the course, and to do that and also address the past elements which is draining your immune system. The certain diet modules also very important. And these diet modules, I don't recommend them rest of your life. That's not the motive. And it's basically help you to make a certain changes quick and fast and efficiently. We do need to take these measures, some of the diet measures. And then once you are in that comfortable zone, then we introduce the balanced diet again and make it your healthy. So, and by doing that, we are helping your immune system two ways. One is we are taking away burden from your immune system, and we are adding good nutrients so your immune system can gain faster from that. So that's why diet modules are very important. As I said, the sleep and exercise and healthy balanced diet and selected fasting modules are very important, and also selected diet modifications also very important. So these are the main supporters for to have a strong and healthy immune system. So now you see how our physical function, our physical emotions and physical eating and what we're eating, excess, not eating enough, or and taking rest or not taking rest, and sleeping, all these physical functions are directly related to your immune system. So this is where I wanted to see, because what happens is the damages once you have this, when if you're not helping your body to recover and repair the damage, what happens is this inflammations and these antigens and foreign bodies, what they do is they make a changes in your cellular level. When you make, so I'm going to repeat this. Basically what happens is if you have this repeated issues or antigens and antibodies, and if it's in your system constantly, what happens is then your immune system is not addressing efficiently. When immune system doesn't address this efficiently, then what happens is these antigens will change your cellular and structural changes. So that can be growth, and that can be constant mucus, that can be like a constant cough, and that can be constant rash, and that can be increased blood pressures, and it can be like many other things, right? So by helping, so it's a changing in a cellular level. So by helping your system undo that cellular changes, will gain your immune system, will gain better support for our immune system. So for example, like as I'm saying is, I gave example of bronchitis. So bronchitis, then once you have cleared the bronchitis symptoms, then there is a still swelling in the line of your mucosa inside your lungs, and we don't help that mucosa to be healthier and reduce the swelling, naturally your oxygen levels is going to be reduced, and then that translates into tiredness and shortness of breath and chronic cough and continuous cough and all these things. So it's, so you see, that's why it's very important to repairing the damage and recovering from any ailments we go through. So that's why we focus in our treatments to repairing the damage in a cellular levels and modify that. Okay, so I hope you have any questions so far. Good. So what I'm going to further continue with the so now we understand what is immune system. Now we know what is drains our immune system, and now we understand what we can do for immune system. So what you can do for immune system, and many people tend to focus. This is what I get frustrated in my practice, because most people think one mineral or vitamin or product will boost their immune system. That is the misunderstanding. And yes, it can help certain symptoms and certain period of the time. But if you now you understand why we do need to stop focusing on that and start focusing on your system, and about how your sleep pattern and the eating habits and exercise and I forgot to mention meditation. Meditation also improves your immune system. You know, there is so much scientific research and evidence they have done, and how eliminating stress would clear like a boost to your immune system. And so and you can go online and check those researchers, and any medical platforms. They have these researchers on how eliminating stress has increasing and improving your immune system. So I encourage really go and do see that one. So, and for me, for immune system, when I see a client dealing with the immune system problems, I go through all of that. What is their previous elements? What have they dealt with that? What are the chemical exposures they had? And chemicals can be, and most of the ongoing medical treatments, and also exposure to chemicals, harsh chemicals in day-to-day life, and also the food what we ingest, the form of food what we ingest, we have chemicals. So these are all deranging points and deranging situation for our immune system. So that's why we have to, I look into all that completely, and then before further treatment. And so, and how coming back to meditation, yeah, meditation and relaxation is very important. And also many people, and I suggest them to do like a walking and exercise, and drawing and painting and the music. And if you are doing any creative activities which relaxes you, I tell them to do that. So that's also helping. And now again, I think in Australia they are studying how these creativities or these relaxing methods or techniques are reducing the complications of the cancers and complications of other autoimmune diseases. So that is also plays a big role and important role. And I cannot stress enough to tell you is the relaxation, how important how important for our body and also our immune system. Now, going to how I work with you, and what I can do for you, and how I can help your immune system. Again, believe me, it's not that I have a magic pill, and it's basically my treatments. I go with a complete totality of the natural treatments. Totality of the natural treatments. What does this mean is, I work with my clients with the natural medicines, which will stimulate and work in a cellular level. It goes into your each cell and help you to stimulate and work with that. Those are the remedies mainly I use them. And the second I use is the vitamins and minerals, because we do need readily available micronutrients to fight with the diseases and to bring a balance, to repair and recover in your system. So this is I use that one second step as a second step of the complete treatment. And third step of the treatment is, as I already mentioned, and the diets is very important. Diet instead of diet, and I would say is like a food modification, because we are so not aware of how much our food is damaging. And we all know what you eat is that is the building blocks for your health. like a food is building block to your health. And if you are feeding your body unwanted and chemicals and harsh chemicals, and which is acceptable, and but what happens is like that doesn't mean your system can deal with efficiently. It doesn't. And if in day in day out you're feeding same chemicals, that definitely takes a big toll. So that's why food is plays a big modification is big plays a big component or part in our complete health, in my complete treatment and health treatments, natural health treatments. So I'm going to explain brief about natural medicines. I chose to work with the homeopathic medicines, which we've been using these methods 230 years. And these remedies and medicines are prepared from natural sources, and they all have one ingredient, and they all work by your stimulating. So it's interesting is like, because they have one ingredient and natural sources, they go into your system and stimulate your system. Because they are coming from nature, your body knows how to synthesize that. So they don't interfere with your kidney, liver, spleen, and anywhere else. It just goes and work with your blood and blood system, and work with that, and it works very efficiently. And this the homeopathic medicine is started 230 years ago. We have a method and how to take case history. That itself is a big blessing, and working in a natural way. Because what happens is we tend to focus on what are the major symptoms, what you're dealing right now presently, what is causing the discomfort, and what is causing the main uh, 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 present symptoms and intense symptoms. And we focus on that. And apart from that, we also focus on the past elements, what you have dealt. And we need to, go through all those, and this past surgeries, and your family health issues, your eating habits, and your smoking habits, and your alcohol habits, and everything. Because we are treating you as a person. We are not just treating the condition. Because, and when we have to address any problem efficiently, we do need to go and change in a structural and cellular level, not just masking and easing up the discomfort, easing up the symptoms. To understand where we have to start and how we can start to give these treatments, we need to understand your whole system. So that gives us a very good picture, so we can work with individualized and personalized treatment. I'm repeating that again. It's an individualized and personalized treatment. And it's a very interesting how our methods of taste taking and our remedies and helps us to divide and give precisely remedies or designed for you, treatments designed for your unique system. Because what happens is, like for example, and if I have a patient of migraine, and we have more than 80 remedies to work with a migraine, because we have to see, is this migraine coming from hormone based? Is it coming from nutritional imbalance based? Is it coming from sleeplessness migraine? Or is it's like a trauma induced? And so there are many varieties. So we have we have different remedy to help with from that origin of the problem of that migraine. So that's why it's very important to understand your complete system. And so that's why sometimes my first consultation, I take 45 minutes, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes it can go up to 1.5 hours. And sometimes I'll ask my clients, okay, I'm not getting the case now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a call in a week and we'll go through this. And then again, I take cases. So because understanding your complete system is very important to treat and deal with your condition. And the second I use is a diet modification. As I said, I don't give my diets to follow one particular diet the rest of your life. And I do know, have managed to go put up 70 different diet programs, which is precisely designed for the each condition you're dealing with, each symptom you're dealing with, each problem you're dealing with that. But again, that is going to be only for a certain time. And as we achieve the positive results after, then we switch them to healthy diet. So the food is very important, because that's where our health will repair, restore, recover, and protect our system almost like 80%. And I'm going to repeat this again: recover and strengthen, repair the damages, and protect our system. Food it does 80%. That's why we have most of the elements is coming from, because of not proper diet and proper nutrients what we are using and taking. And going back to the why we need micronutrients. Some people, they're against our vitamins, and they said, well, we don't need vitamins. We can get vitamins and all nutrients what we eat. And if you really go back and like, this is a food for thought for you guys. Later on, you can do the research here, because American food industry, they had done research, and from 1970s, and they did research, and they have clearly seen how the nutrients and minerals in our soil where we grow our food has decreasing step by step. So we don't have the same amount of nutrients what we used to have in tomato or other vegetables what we produced in 1970s, and we have very less. And then second is when your system is already exhausted by supplying the nutrients, so that's why you're having symptoms. You're dealing with a disease or condition and a situation. So in that case, how you can expect your body to supply double the nutrients, because our body designed so interesting and intelligently. So what happens is, when you have any disease condition, any allergy condition, any problem, your system already double those minerals and nutrients to that particular area, so that that disease area can be healed like addressed properly and healed and recovered properly. So if it's ongoing, and then your reservoirs are empty, and I do believe that you need extra readily available nutrients, and to use and deal with that particular problem. So, but again, I'm against giving one vitamins rest of your life. And some people, they take certain things for the rest of their lives, and some of them important, which comes under food category. So those are important to continue, but some of them you have to be careful when you give. So how I chose to give vitamins is basically, I give the vitamins according to your symptoms and your symptoms intensity, what they need. And as we achieve the positive and healthy results, and then I stop them. And sometimes I ask them to continue maybe 20% of the vitamins what I gave earlier. So that's how I modify my suggestion of vitamins and minerals. And so that is the third of the first health, like natural remedies, and then is the vitamins, and the third is the diet and diet modification. So this is, I call as a complete healthy treatment aspect. So when we address this, we are not only dealing with the intense symptoms what you're expressing present right now. What I like about my practice, what I enjoy about this is by helping patients by this way, what I have seen is patients are getting better. Not only not getting better, they're healthier and stronger for long term. And I have worked with allergy patients, and I worked with them for a certain time, and now after 9 years I didn't see them, because their immune system is better, and their immune system fighting better, and they're dealing much better. And so I never saw them again. And when I inquire, and they don't have any allergy symptoms. So that's what we need to do. And they keep on following those habits. And so now their immune system is much better condition and better shape. Right? So that is my services, how I can help you. But I'm going to stress you here. I'm going to stress you 3 points for here is my part is only secondary. And the first is your part, because this has to be team effort. And if anybody really concerned about their immune system, also if you want to be proactive for your health, and if you're around age between 40, 50, and you know, that's when people, they say that you're going to have more health issues from this time onwards. And so if you want to be healthier, if you want to be proactive, and as I said, like a sleeping pattern and sleep, and normal, healthy, balanced diet and exercise, these three are the key important role. And I would give you this a healthy challenge for you guys. What you can do is, and take a sleep pattern, observe it and monitor it and maintain it, and have a good healthy pattern sleep, and focus that at least like a 1 to 2 months. And once you master that, and then look into your diet and focus on that 2 months, like what is a healthy diet, what is the balanced healthy diet, and look into that, and just watch what you're putting in your mouth. Because what happens is some of the food looks good, and they have so many preservatives, and they will demand, and I stress this again, they will demand your body more than normally. And so then your body actually, by digesting and giving that food to ingesting, digesting that modified food, takes more energy from your liver and kidney and spleen and your immune system than normally it would. So that's why it's like a focus 2 months or 3 months or 6 months, and whatever you want to take a time, but please focus on that. And because what happens is, that is the key to be healthy. And the third is exercise. I cannot stress enough about this exercise. Exercise is also which stimulate natural endorphins in your system, natural defense mechanism, that natural coping mechanism. When I say this is not only mind, I'm talking about you physically, your endocrines. Endocrines means your glandular system, your hormone system needs good exercise. And having good lung capacity, good heart capacity, it's a worth of diamonds in your pocket, because they are very, very healthy and helpful. And also, as I said, like focus on 2 months on your sleep pattern, focus on 2 months for your eating patterns, and focus on 2 months on your exercise pattern. And I get it, because this is not natural. Human beings, it doesn't come natural motivation for us to do exercise and eat healthy and sleep and decent hours and decent time. But if you're concerned about your health, you need to have that as a focal point. And once you do that, and you're helping your system 2 ways. One is you're giving, and you're equipping your body with the tools to fight any disease you may face and encounter. And also you may prevent many diseases or conditions you may expose to. So that's why it's these 3 levels are important. And the third, secondary, is like my part. And as a naturopathic doctor and a physician, I come and help you, and with the knowledge and information what I have, like most of my treatments, and I help them to understand, and I give the reason, and I give then I suggest the remedies, and suggest the supplements, and suggest the diet modification. So these are very important to help you. So this is how I give a complete package of the treatments. And I am also working as a health coach. And let's face this, because what happens is, as a human beings, this doesn't come as naturally. And many people, we know all of these things. And I'm not giving you any new information. We all know this, but it's very hard to follow, and it's hard to change. It is very hard. And I have patients, they came only 1 appointment, and I never saw them, and then they came back after 6 years, and they said, yeah, you make sense, but it's very hard to follow. Then I work with them as a health coach, and working with them step by step, and making modification changes and what needs to be done and everything. So helping them and guiding them. So that is also helps with that. And also I'm very proud to, and also very happy that I have a homeopathic remedies in my tools to help you guys, because what happens is these treatments, we've been practicing almost 200 plus years, and these remedies are proved on human beings and has been practiced and given past 220 years. You know what? We never had any medicine taken off from shelves because it's given adverse effect, and it's very healthy, and it's a natural, and it's a safe for any health group. Like I have range of health group people, patients, which is infants like 2 months old too, and I have treated and still treating 98 years old women. You know what I mean? And so that's very, very, very important. So these are the like apart from your major health major health services what you have, and I would encourage you look into natural treatments and how we can help, and to go to your local natural practitioner to find what you can do for your health. And for me, is that proactive and prevention is the mother of healing. So if you have and the mother of good health, and if you start focusing on that, because this frustrates me so much, is like many times when I see my clients, oh, I wish I saw them 3 years ago, I wish I saw them 2 years ago, I could have done so many things, and so I could have helped them much more easier without going into the complications. So that's why it's I'm going to conclude in a 3 to 5 minutes of what I have explained, and then we have question answers, and then I think I'm going to take question answers. So first and foremost is what happens is still we are trying to understand the immune system completely. What is the immune system? How it is functioning, and because even in this scientific advanced information knowledge what we have, we still don't know many things about our immune system. And the second is what is our immune system? Immune system is not a one part of our body. It is a different parts of our body functions and works as the immune system. And those are like a bone marrow, spleen, and the white blood cells and the lymph nodes. And what drains this? And so what drains is two things. One is if you don't have enough nutrients to produce healthy immune system, optimum health immune system, that is also drained. And also if your body is dealing with too many things and too many deranges, damages, so that is also draining. So we need to look into how to help that too many drain health issues, and help to repair and recover from the damage in a cellular level is the key, and also good nutrition supports for that. And the third is the remedies, which I'm going to natural treatments, is the natural remedies, which they stimulate naturally and work with in a cellular level where the modification happened by disease condition, by unhealthy conditions. So these remedies will efficiently deal with that. And the diet helps you to be proactive and also deal with the health issues what you're dealing, and also micronutrients. Those are the supplements and vitamins and minerals. I hope I gave enough information and general information, and feel free to call me and check my contact information for any further questions. And thank you, Catherine, for organizing this platform to give my information. And I hope people get help with that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Ravi. So everyone, we're going to pause here for a few minutes and open it up for some questions.
Okay.
And please feel free to post them in the chat room. And if you do need to ask the question verbally, that's no problem as well too. Just please post that in the chat room, and I can put you on speaker. So while we're waiting for some questions to come in, I will let everyone know that those of you who have registered for this, obviously I will be sending out a personal email to you. Along with that, we'll post Dr. Ravi's information. So something that's really important I want to share is that although Dr. Ravi is located here in Moncton on 15 Penny Lane, the name of his business is Homeopathy Health Plus. He also does and has been doing for many, many years telemedicine. So he sees people through the phone or Skype. Doesn't matter where you live. He does this in various locations across the world still today, right, Dr. Ravi?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So
And we have, yeah,
go ahead.
we have clients from almost like 7 to 12 countries, different countries. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So please don't feel that you're limited and not having Dr. Ravi's help, depending on where you live, because you certainly do. And I know that running my thermography clinic business, Dr. Ravi has been a godsend and a blessing to many of my clients as well, too, that he's been helping. And it doesn't matter that they don't live here in Moncton. So feel free to reach out to him. His address, again, is 15 Penny Lane. His phone number is 855-2230. Again, that is 855-2230. I will also make sure that it's posted in the email that I send out to everybody with the recording. All right, so I don't see any questions coming in, Dr. Ravi, although we've had some commentary that you were very thorough, great speaker, very concise, and that made a lot of sense in some of the areas that you were talking about. So thank you so much. If anybody has any questions about this webinar afterwards, please feel free to send me an email. Certainly I can forward those to Dr. Ravi and he'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I want to thank everyone for joining today. And Dr. Ravi, I can't thank you enough for your time. I know how very busy you are in your clinic, and having an hour of your time has been super beneficial. I know even for myself, I continue my education with you through my health and well-being through your help as well. So thank you so much. And
I'm so privileged to give this today, this presentation. So it's my passion is teaching. I would like to educate and teach and support my clients. So because that stays in their system longer than my medicine, what I give. Right? So,
that's right. That's right. Well, thank you very much again, and everybody on the call today. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too all. Thanks for that. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye, Catherine.